Alright, let's talk about the absolute train wreck that is Lisa's debut solo album, Alter Ego. I never thought I'd say this, but we may be looking at the worst K-pop album of all time. And yes, I've heard some bad ones. But this is something else. Alter Ego is supposed to show Lisa's different personas, but spoiler alert, all of her alter egos sound exactly the same. One note, repetitive, soulless. I wanted to root for Lisa. I wanted to see her win. But Alter Ego is a disaster. There's no identity, no authenticity, and no vocal strength to carry this project. The only reason some songs are even tolerable is because of the features. Without them, this album would be a complete write-off. So here's my opinion. Let's get into it. The album starts off with Born Again, featuring Doja Cat and Ray. The song is absolute gorgeous, but Lisa's presence is barely noticeable. She opens the track, but her delivery is so flat and monotone that it feels like a warm-up take. The transition into Doja's part is jarring, in a good way because it feels like a real artist just entered the room. And Ray is the highlight of the song. I think if Lisa had matched even half the charisma and vocal agility of her features, this could have been a standout. She needed to bring more vocal confidence, less robotic phrasing, and an actual point of view. Right now, she just sounds like an opening act at her own concert. Then we move on to Rockstar. Lisa's edgy persona feels forced and overdone. She's throwing in tired rock references over a beat that sounds like a rejected B-side from 2016. The hook is laughably repetitive. I'm a rock star, rock hard, fast car, and the whole track ends before anything interesting happens. Give the track some grit. Live instrumentation or distorted vocals could have helped sell the rockstar image. And lyrically, if you're going to flex, at least say something memorable. This needed actual attitude, not pretend swagger. The third track, Elastigirl, could have been a quirky, empowering anthem, but the lyrics are bizarre and lack clarity. I bend but I don't break, like morals. That's not deep, it's confusing. Add to that a bubblegum trap beat that goes nowhere, and you've got a song that just exists. If this was more self-aware or exaggerated, it could have worked. A more dynamic beat and less nonsense in the lyrics would have made this a standout instead of a head-scratcher. Thunder is supposed to hit. This sounds like rain. The chorus builds up and then dies immediately, and the production is so tame it might as well be a demo. Lisa's vocals are overly filtered, giving no emotion or impact. Vocals should have been layered, and the instrumental needed more bass or dramatic drops, something. She needed to bring vocal volume and variation. The concept had potential, but the execution is just flat. New Woman, feat. Rosalia, is another fire track. But Lisa once again gets overshadowed, this time by Rosalia's fire and flair. Rosalia turns every line into a moment. If Lisa had leaned into her own cultural roots instead of mimicking a Western sound, she might have stood out. A little vocal experimentation or some emotional delivery would have made this more than just another feature showcase. The next track, F Up the World, featuring Future, feels like a bootleg Travis Scott song. The beat tries to go hard, but it's awkward and jumbled. Lisa's part is filled with faux aggression and try-hard profanity, and Future sounds like he's bored of the track halfway through his verse. If you're going to go for a rage anthem, then go for it. Let the beat breathe, layer in some darker synths, give Lisa attitude that doesn't sound like a script. This needed less posturing, more authenticity. Next up we have Rapunzel, featuring Megan Thee Stallion. Lisa tries to match Megan's confidence, but just can't keep up. The metaphor of being locked away then unleashed could have been clever, but it's lost in muddled verses and a hook that sounds like it was lifted from a generic TikTok ad. I really wish Lisa was given verses some personal bite or story. The whole fairy tale concept deserved better than 2 minutes of vibe killing. Moonlit Floor, Kiss Me from Sixth Sense, was supposed to be sultry, but it's more awkward than alluring. Lisa sounds like she's afraid of the mic, whisper singing into thick auto-tune. This song shouldn't have been. Seriously, I'd rather listen to the original gold. Moving on to When I'm With You, featuring Tyla. Tyla brings a soft, melodic presence that Lisa fails to meet. Their styles clash instead of complementing, and the chemistry is non-existent. Lisa's vocals sound patched together in post-production. This track needed cohesion, a smoother arrangement, and actual harmonies, something to tie their voices together instead of putting them on separate islands. Bad Girl was a bad attempt at a baddie anthem. The lyrics are cringe central. Waking up to bruises, I don't know how I got. How much did I blow last night? I'm guessing a lot. And the beat is undercooked. Lisa's rap flow is stiff and sounds rehearsed, not natural. If you want to make a baddie anthem, you need to own it fully. Switch the cadence, try some vocal distortion, or get a producer who knows how to build tension and release. Lifestyle is another song bragging about clothes, cars, and clout, with no perspective. Lisa doesn't offer anything new or personal. Vocals are drenched in effects, and the production sounds like an Instagram reel beat. If this is about lifestyle, tell us about your life. Not the generic influencer checklist. Add some texture, maybe acoustic elements, samples, anything to make it feel like a real experience. The next track is Chill. The beat says vibe track, but Lisa sounds like she's rushing through her lines to catch a train. There's no actual chill here. It's lazy in concept and execution. She needed to relax into the song instead of forcing a mood that isn't there. The final track, Dream, is the final nail in the coffin. Lisa attempts to sing here, and the result is brutally off-key and overly pitch-corrected at the same time. It sounds like someone imitating a ballad singer at a bad karaoke night. The lyrics are vague, disconnected, and lack any emotional weight. Honestly, I learned that Lisa can't clearly sing. She should have either brought in a co-writer who could inject some soul or just cut this track off the album altogether. She doesn't have the vocal range or depth for this kind of emotional ballad. Honestly, if Lisa wants to stay in the game, she needs to either stick to dancing or hire an entirely new creative team. Singing is not the move. Alter Ego was supposed to be a statement, and unfortunately, it said all the wrong things. For an album hyped to showcase versatility, every song is talking about the exact same thing. Flex culture, surface-level empowerment, and tired cliches. It's like she put on different wigs but kept reading the same script. My final thoughts. Alter Ego is a masterclass in missed potential. With a title like that, you'd expect reinvention and personality. Instead, we got a one-dimensional, westernized template with no soul. The features are the only saving grace, and even they can't lift the dead weight. Lisa may be a performer, a dancer, a visual. But this album proves singing is not her strong suit, and unless she finds a team that knows how to build around her strengths, this may be her first and last album worth talking about. That's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's have a healthy discussion about the album. Thanks for watching.